We're doing it. See, so you saying, of course, this thing has been here. This is the pile of the old hotel.
Yes, sir.
It was vacant for like over 20, 25 years.
15, I thought this.
Oh man, as long as I remember, and it's finally gone.
Finally, so that's a big victory, and I got to give credit to the federal government for the dollars they poured into Gary so that we can get that torn down. So that was a big deal right there.
And that's City Hall right there.
That's it.
These are classic buildings.
Isn't it? The structures, the architecture is beautiful, you know?
And this is City Hall.
No, that's City Hall.
No, that's
this
building over here.
Yeah.
This the courthouse.
Yes, sir. Genesis, beautiful. All three key structures right here.
Years ago, I came out here. Y'all know I'm a limo driver. Bill Curtis was doing his. He had that show. I forgot what show he did, but he had a show, and on the show he had he did his intros and exits at the courthouse because it looked so dramatic. So he filmed it up in there because it looked so. I said, "Why y'all hate Gary?" Because the courthouse looked so dramatic. So they filmed this show. His show open and close. I forgot. You know the show he doing investigative mysteries and whatnot. It looks so profound. He is a lawyer by trade. He's a real lawyer. Bill Curtis is my hero. That's why
I met him once.
I had to mention Bill Curtis. All right, now what's the point, man? I'm showing. We got to do the backdrop of the courthouse. It looks better, but the point is that you want to be mayor of the city of Gary for what? You thinking about this?
Mark, I feel I need to be the mayor.
Wait, you serious?
Yes. Very serious. Yeah, this is serious stuff, man. I feel like we need it. I really do. So yeah, I'm definitely.
You want to be Mayor of Gary? You know, folks. I hear them laughing.
Oh yeah.
At home.
Oh yeah. Well, they laughing, and I'm hearing on the radio as well. I know Sunday, June 1st is when I first made the announcement that I was.
Oh, you announced already?
I announced right back here in the Emerson neighborhood. We announced on the steps of Emerson High School. And so I had about probably 15 to 20 people out, so that was part of what they were laughing at too, saying we couldn't get a lot of people out there. But that type of stuff doesn't discourage me because I know what it's going to take to make sure we inspire people and get people to get active and whatnot. So
the mayor of Gary. I mean, listen. You know, I've talked about this. We talked about this over the phone. You know how I feel about this. How many people came out to vote in the last election in Gary?
Well,
how many folks?
Cameron Freeman, we had 16% voter turnout. So we had about 13,000 people altogether who came out to vote. Cameron got 11,000 of those votes, a little bit over 11,000 votes. So she came away with 84% of the turnout. But that was in 2011. And that's when the census had us at about 80,000 people. We have less people now in Gary. We don't know the total numbers yet. But
so it used to be 80,000 at the last census.
2011, yeah.
And so we've got fewer people now.
I'm sure. I doubt
in 4 years we lost population?
3 years. I doubt if we gained population.
Oh, I don't think you gained population.
Right.
No offense.
Yeah, it's probably under that. A few people here feel it's grossly under that, but I don't know. Personally, I don't think it matters. Yeah. The people that's here are the ones we got to work with.
But no offense. Why you want to be mayor of this town, Gary, Indiana? Come on.
I'm gonna tell you something, Mark, and we've been knowing each other almost 20 years here, man. I've always said Detroit and Gary.
Yeah.
Detroit and Gary have always been very dear to me because both those cities, I feel, is the gateway for us as a people in America. These are two cities where we are the dominant group, and if we can't have one city that's the model for us having a functional neighborhood, a functional city, then shame on every single African American. So I think being the mayor here at Gary, I'll be able to help create that one city that all African Americans can be proud of.
Yeah, but we got a situation in Ferguson, Missouri. Ferguson, Missouri could be that town. I know it's much smaller than Gary, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it's much smaller than Gary, but I'm saying that, we have Harvey, there's a lot of other
let me tell you
South suburb. We have towns with black mayors, I'm saying.
Span back over there.
Go ahead. Which one?
That's Lake Michigan back there.
Oh, yeah, behind the steel mill over there?
That's right. We got the lake. We got the airport back here on the west side, right? Now, the hotel's been torn down, but no other city. If you look at Lake Station, Hammond, all these places, they don't have their own airport. The President of the United States just flew into not Hammond, Lake Station, Portage, the more affluent towns. He flew into Gary. We have our own airport. That's critical. We have access to the lake. These other townships would love to come into Gary and play in the lake. Now, Lake Michigan, and in Chicago, we got Navy Pier. The most toured place in all of Illinois is Navy Pier. Why we can't have that out here? So that's why the Gary is so critical. We got access to everything. It's the transportation hub.
Yeah, but Gary is called Scary Gary. Scary Gary.
To some people.
There's people who, like me, I had to come here at 11 o'clock in the morning because I don't want to be here at 11 o'clock at night.
But Mark, that's one of those
on a Sunday morning when they at church. I don't want to come out here during a regular day.
But see, that's one of those
things
of your when you really, really look at it. We had 55 murders last year here in Gary.
Yeah.
You have 80 murders in August of Chicago. Now, so when you talk about that, a whole year versus 1 month in Chicago. Now, granted, I know population-wise, but we got to really get away from
I don't
that
know what the per
sensationalization.
capita breakdown is. I don't do my homework on the per capita breakdown.
No, but that structure, that format is part of the problem. That's how they justify saying what city is the worst in America. The bottom line is you got murder happening in isolated neighborhoods in Chicago, here in Gary as well.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, this is Lake County, Indiana, and Syron Smith. My perception, and the perception of most of the viewers, that Gary, Indiana has the highest rate per capita murders, crime in all of Lake County, Indiana.
Okay.
And here we are.
That's valid, and I'll give them
Here
that.
we are. Now, how you gonna stop that?
But it's not a
As
matter of stopping. It's a matter of letting people come and experience. And so what we're doing now, you're here.
Yeah,
we got other
scared.
people coming here, and what we're doing is we're taking them around tours,
Right.
so that they can see the good that's in Gary. There's some wonderful people down here. My uncle being one. He's a model of success here in Gary. He has 4 daughters, all graduated college degrees. One is an attorney down in Indianapolis. His marriage been intact 37 years. So show that image of Gary versus, the scary Gary part.
Okay, well, wait, Karen Freeman, I never met her. She seemed like a nice person. I think I've sent her some emails. She sent one back years ago. She's been here for, Mayor, 3 years now?
Yep.
Has Gary improved in 3 years?
It has. Sure it has.
So why run against Karen Freeman and beat her? For what?
Here's the problem right now. The way government is structured is problematic for us as minorities. So right now you got, in this case, she's a Democrat.
Right.
When you look at the state, the Democrats are in almost every inner city in America. And look at the state of black people in every inner city in America. So we got this system where we're pledging our allegiance to a party that's not representing our best interests.
Yeah,
so Karen had Mayor Daley out here. That was my final stroke. When I saw Mayor Daley out here, Mayor Daley is the former mayor of Chicago, 23 years. He should be in jail right now.
Oh, that's kind of harsh.
Fact that he's in,
Don't you think that's kind of harsh?
No. We have over 5,000 murders in Chicago. That's harsh.
I know.
So him going to jail is not harsh. John Burge, the police superintendent, former police commander who tortured a lot of African-American males, is collecting a pension, and Mayor Daley was the state's attorney during that time. So it's not harsh
but Mayor
at all,
Daley,
man.
I think, other than his first election, he won the majority of all the black wards.
Sure.
Black folks voted for Mayor Daley for most of the terms he was there.
Sure, and that's why I'm running. So you asked me why I'm running. I'm running because we need to get blacks to think a little bit different than this one-party rule. So I'm running as an independent. That's why I'm running, because I think we can't afford to have a Democrat in office again, because the Democrat is not going to go against the administration's.
I know.
And here's what I tell people. I like Karen, right? I worked with my uncle when she was running and helped put flyers out. Told people I'm excited about having a woman mayor of Gary. And then what happened was she ended up having to do what the Democratic Party told her to do. And that's the problem. That's why we got to have someone independent in there who's going to listen to the people, not what the party leadership tells them.
Okay, so how many votes did Karen Freeman Wilson got last time? The mayor.
11,000.
She won 11,500. How many people are registered to vote in Gary?
Altogether, we got 60,000 some registered voters in Gary. It was 84% that didn't come out to vote. Man.
Are you serious? 84%.
16% took time out.
So
to vote.
if you get half of that group to come out.
My plan, and this is what I'm telling people as we're working the numbers, the bottom line is we're going after 12,000 votes. It will be a residual effect and we'll get more than that, but we're going out to 12,000 voters out of the 60,000 that's registered to vote. She got her 11,000. Some of them are happy with the job she's doing, but some of them we will be able to move over to our side, but we're going out to 12,000 votes.
So why would people, vote for you? Because like I said, if I was a mayor, a resident of Gary, I don't know Syron.
Yep. Clean
then you say, no, that's what I say.
No.
Clean neighborhood, safe neighborhood, exclusive.
Now,
but wait, you are from Chicago. You from Chicago. That's the first problem.
All right, that's right.
You not from Gary.
That's right.
You weren't born and raised here.
That's right.
You were carpetbaggers, they say. You ain't one of us.
Okay, right. So let me do time out here. First and foremost, I am an outsider. As I'm going door to door, I declare that and disclose that right on the onset. And I tell people that if you like what you've had here in Gary, then you stick with that. If not, you might need an outside perspective to come in and do some things that insiders wouldn't be able to do. And here's the key to that. Right now, you can expect more of the same if we re-elect Karen. With me, I'm gonna have to bring in a new administration. We're gonna have to hire new people to get the job done. And because I'm an outsider, it won't be the same old people getting the same old resources. So you will have some fresh leadership in place with fresh team of people. And all of them coming from Gary. So I don't want people to get the misconception that I'm gonna be bringing Chicagoans over here. No, the people of Gary will control what happens here.
No. Okay, you're outside. That's cool. But people would rather have the mayor that they know.
I don't believe that. No, Mark,
folks don't want change.
86%, but 86% didn't do nothing.
But they don't want change.
No, they want someone who cares about them. And that's the difference. See, that's what we're doing. We're going door to door, and we have a plan for they like.
But
they like. That's not what I like.
We talk on the phone. I say, people don't vote because they want to, especially poor people and people who may be hopeless, who are hopeless. They want an instant, tangible benefit. If they don't get an instant, tangible benefit because they voted for Syron Smith, they ain't coming out to vote for you. You gonna give them an instant, tangible benefit?
Right. We will. It's not what you think it's gonna be.
They want money. They want something to eat.
Let me give you
They want a party.
Let me give you an example. Every Saturday is Youth Day. When your child is going to Atlanta or Birmingham, like we going, that's an instantaneous.
Because you have taken young people on field trips to Birmingham, Atlanta, D.C., New York, a lot of places.
I'm the founder of a structure that we have not seen in America before, and it's block by block. It's identifying every single person on the block, and it's linking them to people already doing what your passion is. So that's what's going to be different about this.
I know you're a community organizer, but when it comes to politics, trying to get folks out to vote is really, really hard.
True, it is hard, and I've never shied away from a challenge. So what I think
organizing and politics is two different things.
But it's tied together.
But that's your goal. Is your challenge. How your organizational skills is going to get poor black folks to vote for you?
Well, here's when you look at President Obama. What was he? Community organizer, right? Knocking on doors. What President Obama didn't have that we have is we have something called the daily living habits. We have a structure to stay in place. So when President Obama was elected, he went into government. What we're doing right now is we have by zip code a structure that makes sure that we maintain the relationships of the people who live there. So when they need help, they can get help because there's an organization in every zip code to help them.
Yeah, but
that's different,
Barack Obama had money, and you ain't got no money.
Well, I put it to you this way, Mark. If the people believe in what I'm talking about, we will have the money. Money won't be an issue. And we should know this before the May 5th election, the primary.
When do you have to turn in your petitions?
Because I'm not running. I'm running as an independent, so I'm not going to be in the May 5th primary. They're going to start the petition drive in late December, and they'll turn them all in by February. I'm not going to be a part of that.
You be in a general election.
I'm gonna be in the general, but I will be participating.
Do you need petitions? Do you need petitions to get in the general election?
Sure, and it's only I think 422 signatures that I need as an independent.
Okay, you can get that. You can get that.
I think we'll get 4,000.
You can get
that's
that.
The goal is to be
good luck, but you can get that. You can get 400.
That's the target.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, okay, you'll be in the general election. Most people say, no, I'm telling you, I know people. I never run a campaign, but I know people. Once Karen Freeman wins the primary, she said, ain't she mayor? Why they having another election? I'm telling you, most people don't even know if there's another election after she wins the primary.
Mark, let me explain to you, and I hope I can do a good job of this. Right now, we've created these newsletters that are 12 blocks in radius.
Right.
And it lists every single block, and it lists what we're doing on them 12 blocks. Now, nobody has done this. This is the most meticulous, tedious thing to do, where you got a newsletter for every one of these precincts. That's huge. It's 106 precincts. There's 106 newsletters every month we're going to be sending out. So they're going to be well informed because we have a system to keep them informed. No one else has that, Mark.
Let me take a break, and I'm going to ask you some more questions. From Gary, Indiana. There it is, Gary.
Yeah.